A week ago, the Vikings couldn't even score a touchdown, but found a way to win at Jacksonville. Little different story this week at Tennessee. You could call this a bounce-back game for Sam Darnold and the offense. How the Timberwolves won the first 2 games of this series is more mind-blowing than losing 3 straight to Denver, and Game 5 wasn't any different. The defending champs have been throwing haymakers, and now the Timberwolves are 1 knockout punch away from being knocked out of the playoffs. Important for Carlos Correa to get off on the right foot this spring in Fort Myers, and that means something to him because he's missed games the last 2 seasons from plantar fasciitis. And tonight, no team led by more than 6 points. That means it was another close game down the stretch. Well, the fans were in this thing the entire way, and that championship run isn't over just yet. It's full off-season mode for the Vikings, and there's still that tough question of what to do with Sam Darnold. Darnold isn't sweating any bullets about it yet. He looks pretty comfortable this week down in Orlando, part of Pro Bowl festivities. Look, he's throwing passes in his sandals.
Alec Ausmus joins us now with reaction from both sides, Alec.
Yeah, this sale of the Timberwolves and Lynx has been in the works for almost 3 years, and it's been rocky from the start. Today, Glenn Taylor pulled the plug on the deal, but this could be far from over. The Darnold dream is rolling on, and what was cool today, 43 pass attempts. Most in the season. So Darnold slinging the ball around today, and as we saw, it was paying off. Look, I thought I looked baby-faced until I met Vikings rookie quarterback J.J. McCarthy this past Friday. He's only 21, but could be the quarterback here for the next decade. It was just meant to be. The pieces fell into place for the Vikings to draft McCarthy 10th overall. The Gopher men's hockey team had a chance tonight to take back first place in the Big Ten. They needed a win and a Michigan State loss. The Spartans lost to Penn State 3-2. Game 2 tonight at Mariucci against Ohio State. Gophers on a power play. Watch this shot from Oliver Moore to the top right corner. That gave the Gophers a 2-0 lead. He is so good. In the third, Ohio State got it to a 3-2 game when the Gophers throws the puck towards the net. Jimmy Clark knocks it down. Connor Kurth wraps around in front for the goal. The Gophers win 6-3. And now sit on top of the Big Ten with 1 more week to go. A few years ago, Rosemount had to grow more grass in their practice area for Olympian Peyton Otterdahl and Nebraska All-American Max Otterdahl as they set school records at Rosemount.
It hit that tree.
Hayden broke those records and has also outthrown the grass. We all have cameras in our pockets, and capturing video has never been easier. Patrick's dad uses his phone to help get Patrick noticed, and it worked. When Ellie was a teenager, it was recommended that she get a career-ending spinal fusion surgery. She made a deal with that surgeon that she wouldn't get the surgery until she won a world title. Almost 10 years later, she's won 3 world titles, no surgery, and is still going strong. Sometimes a football team's biggest weapon is their biggest leg.
The other night, our opening kickoff hit the goalpost. So, I mean, he's got the leg.
Alexandria's Daniel Jackson's kicking reputation is growing. He already made a 52-yard field goal in this state tournament in a win over Rogers. Last season, he connected from 53 yards. In practice, he's been good from 62 yards.
He has the ball contact that just makes it go. It goes high and it goes far. And it's pretty.
I just kick the ball through the yellow post. I kick it through the end zone. I mean, as a kicker, you only get 1 opportunity. Got to make the most of it.
Daniel has a future in football as a kicker. He already has interest from North Dakota State and the Gophers. But the motivation getting to this point was actually back when he was 10 years old, watching a missed field goal by a Vikings kicker.
Blair Walsh.
Yes, that kick. Blair Walsh's missed 27-yarder that would have beat Seattle in the 2015 wildcard game.
And I was devastated as a kid. I was like, oh, I can make this kick so easy. Went outside, I had like a tape roll of 27 yards, tried kicking it myself, and I was really bad.
Daniel took it a step further. He wrote Blair Walsh a letter.
Dear Blair Walsh,
saying he still believed in Blair and that he wants to be a kicker in the NFL someday.
a few months later, I get the letter back, and it's like crazy.
Walsh wrote Daniel back and sent him an autographed card. But the encouragement from Blair on being a kicker launched Daniel's dream. Kick after kick in the backyard. A young Daniel started to get better and stronger.
I think there was another level of passion that came with this letter.
On paper, Daniel was motivated from a pen pal. On the field, he's another big kick closer to his childhood dream. Jackson and Alexandria play St. Thomas Academy tomorrow afternoon at US Bank Stadium. There's always movement in the pool.
Go.
When Cohen Boyd is in the water. At 15 years old, swimming is already something he spends the most time doing.
And I'll just find my thing, and luckily I did. Swimming is my thing.
And then just really push the underwaters each time.
That's Cohen's coach, Jeff Rodriguez. They've been working together for 3 years, and the progress is paying off.
He could do everything really well. He loved to train. And then the competition piece is he doesn't like to lose.
When Cohen competes, he's always one of the fastest in the pool, which is pretty incredible considering what he's been through. He was born with prune belly syndrome. And because of that, he doesn't have any stomach muscles, but he does have scars from 17 surgeries.
When I do my butterfly and I do like a turn, it's called an open turn, it does require like your core muscles to like pull your legs in. So I've just had to learn how to work around that, and my turns are a little slower than other people's, but it's okay because I just have to work a little bit harder.
Go, Cohen!
He's proving a disadvantage doesn't stop him from winning. Cohen has competed in several states, he's set several American disability swim records, and being a Paralympian in 2028 is his next goal.
He's able to really show up and kind of do something with this. And so that's what's been really inspiring.
When Cohen looks at his stomach, he's reminded of a disability he was born with. But when he's shirtless and in the pool, he's in his comfort zone.
I'm not ashamed of it or anything. It's a part of me. It's who I am.
By the end of the weekend, Joe Mauer will have a plaque hanging in Cooperstown, but there's already a lot of Mauer on display inside the Hall of Fame, including his 2009 MVP award. Over the years, the Twins have collected over 500 items of Mauer's Hall of Fame career.
Disco Dan Gladden, Jim Perry,
Walking the halls of Target Field
Tom Brunansky,
with Clyde Deppner
coach Jack Morris, St. Paul kid.
is like getting a tour of a Twins baseball museum.
Kirby's 87 trophy.
He's the official curator for the Twins, who creates displays around the stadium of some of the best players
Zoilo was our first MVP.
the franchise has ever had. One of those displays
Well, let's open up Joe Mauer's cases here.
is extra special this summer.
For Joe Mauer,
Clyde has over 500 items from Mauer's days with the Twins, and it tells the story of Joe's career. His high school hat to the number 71 jersey he wore his rookie spring training. The now retired number 7 jersey hangs on display for Mauer's first All-Star game, and the final jersey Mauer wore as a player. Then there's what Mauer was known for, hits. And several of his milestone bats have been collected.
That's to left.
Like when he set the team record for doubles, passing Kirby Puckett with 415.
Up the middle and through.
Or in his final season when Mauer surpassed 2,000 career hits. And his catcher's gear from his final game in 2018.
Coming off the field for what might be the last hurrah.
He caught just one pitch, one last time, but a lasting memory in the Twins' archives.
do I guess right with someone like Joe? You can't guess wrong with someone like Joe. And when you say how many items you have, you can never have too many.
The collection of Mauer memorabilia hasn't retired. Collective bats, patches, and baseballs that will be in Cooperstown.
It's got the official Hall of Fame patch. And as you'll notice, I've already had Joe sign it.
All items that, when in Clyde's hands, will add to the Mauer collection at Target Field.
Anything that commemorates what Joe Mauer meant to baseball.
Display cases can't show every great thing Mauer did on the diamond.
Look at him, he's agreeing with me.
But they can explain why he's considered one of the best. Or if Clyde obsesses over you,
Be like Joe.
you know you had a good baseball career.
He looked at life so forgiving, understanding, because baseball is the only sport where you can fail 70% of the time and you're in the Hall of Fame.
Alec Ausmus, 5 Eyewitness Sports.